What's up, folks? Look at that. I am live. Isn't that exciting? Isn't it exciting to be live? Anyways, I'm here today to kind of pick some beef, pick a beef with myself, with me. I got a bone to pick with myself. So I have been going down this strange path where I don't hate everything that's going on in my journey, but there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of bad habits that I have been creating, and it has sort of just put me in this weird pit where I know I can get out, but I'm struggling. I'm having so much issues trying to get out of it. And I don't know what the solution is. I don't know what the best path going forward is. But all I know is that I have to start taking accountability. I got to start working on that, getting better, getting back into my grind, just trying to work on my good headspace as much as possible. I've been neglecting that. I have been actively neglecting that. I know I have. And what I used to before. But now take it to an area where, yeah, there's some accountability going on. There's some responsibility that I'm taking for my actions. So here it is. Here it is, folks. Um, Meditation disguised as a podcast. So to you, the listener, this is a podcast. But to me, this is meditation. This is me trying to get into my zone, trying to figure out what the next steps are, and just finding peace in the world, finding peace in whatever way I see fit. So I want us to go down this journey. I want this to be a fun journey for you and me. And I don't want to hold back. I don't want to hide behind anything. So that's why I made this I made this a live recording going straight to YouTube. All right? Let's just not hold back. Let's be ourselves. Let's be open about as much as we want to be, you know? Let's make this as comfortable for us as possible. And I think maybe that's one issue that I've been, suffering with the most is that I try to make my life as comfortable as possible, but that has made me lazy in certain ways. So, in the way that I'm not lazy, I exercise quite a bit actually. Like I really enjoy exercising. I really enjoy getting out of my funk, and the way for that for me is exercising. Um, it also helps me sleep. Oh man, the amount of good sleep I get when I work out really, really difficult, especially right before. Oh man. Oh, that's a sensation that I absolutely love. I love good sleep, and I love feeling good, and exercise does both of those things for me. Um, but again, it's like it's putting me in a weird dichotomy because I'm here saying, okay, as long as I exercise and I get good sleep, I'm good. That's what I've been saying to myself. And then it puts all this other junk that I've been neglecting. So I still want to better myself in other ways. I still want to be more clear, more coherent. I've been working on my YouTube grind and I've been really appreciating just what has been coming out of it. I've been really liking what I've been able to create, you know? One of the criticisms I could say is that it's not it's starting to blend in. So it's like I've been doing this, man, I don't know. I mean, I guess for 4 months now, I've been doing it because I've been doing it since January. Now it's April 26th. So I've been making at least 2 videos a day for 4 months. I'm just trying to comprehend because it's about to be 120 days, roughly 120 days of making content every single day. That's a crazy, crazy achievement that I never thought I would have seen. I never thought I would have experienced it, but here we are. And I'm so glad that I did that. I wanted to be a YouTuber for such a long time, an extremely, extremely, extremely long time. I wanted to be a YouTuber. I don't know why it took me so long to finally have the confidence and the courage to actually go out and do it. But yeah, it took until me being 25 years old to be a YouTuber, to actually put my money where my mouth is and to go out and get them. And I feel really proud. I feel really proud. The one caveat is it's just all starting to blend in, and that's kind of messing with my psyche a bit because it's like since they all blend in, I can't recognize how much work and how much effort I've been putting into it. So I've just been kind of becoming numb to just all of that. So it's making life feel more numb because whenever I put the work into it, I you know, start to be numb. So that's the weird thing. I'm putting so much work into it that it doesn't feel as fulfilling, despite the fact that it's a ginormous accomplishment. Is huge, amazing, wonderful. So that's something I'm working on. I think my anxiety has started to take a different turn than what I'm familiar with. Um, if I get caught off guard, my anxiety can attack me. It's like a rogue and dark and darker. It will go behind you and give you a bunch of pokes in the back. And man, I don't know how to feel about that, but I feel a lot better now than prior. I feel a lot more okay with that. I'm learning more to just be okay with how I'm turning out, because there's a lot about me that I want to fix, that I want to change. But it's for people to change, that is hard. That is very, very, very difficult, you know? And I think that's one of the reasons why whenever I hear about the trans movement, it's like, yeah, I can relate to wanting to be yourself and then society or just your group of people that you're with, they're asking you to change. They're asking you to do different things, and you just want to be yourself. You just want to be accepted for who you are. And you wouldn't think you need to fight for that, but yeah, that's something you need to fight for. So yes, I want to be myself. There's a lot of things about myself that I truly appreciate. But the amount of irresponsibility that I am putting upon myself is causing me to live a subpar life, a lower quality life that can get to me if I'm not careful enough. It could affect my mental health. It could bring up so many things. Who knows? And maybe this scenario just shows you how anxious I am, where I'm just like I'm basically talking about a boogeyman, about something that doesn't exist but could destroy my life. Like that is how I see the world. That it's a weird perspective. I know, and I totally understand. It is how I see the world. There's part of me that sees the world in this fun collage of colors, and then there's another perspective of me that just oof, it's very uncomfortable. It's an uncomfortable feeling to have, and I think that that side has just been coming out more. I don't show that in my videos, but it just happens to me on on a day-to-day basis. And I remember where I was, trying to do everything it took to come out of my depression. And I worked really, really hard on that. I worked so hard. And I talk about it because I don't really get to talk about that all too often. But I want to. I want to be open about it. Um, because you can have depression and still live a normal life, you know? And you can see that in 2 ways. You can see that as, "Wow, that's awesome." And you can also see that as, "Wow, that's a sad existence." You can see it in man, you can see it in 2 extreme ways, and that's kinda how I am. I see the perspective from 2 very, very different camps. And I'm here to fight for the good camp, for the camp that's more optimistic, for the camp that brings me energy, that can suck away the anxiety like dust in carpet and out of vacuum. Like, there are so many things I want to start incorporating in my life, and I got to start putting much more effort into it. I knew part of me knew that it gets harder as you get older. You got to take more responsibility in what you do, and part of me knew that, and I just wasn't responsible enough with that knowledge, and I don't want that to hurt me anymore. I don't want that to take control of me anymore. So I really do want to thank you for listening, because I think being honest in this way helps me. Um, and it's hard. It's hard. This life we live is very, very difficult, and I try to find ways to comprehend with it, to cope with it, to feel better about my situation. And I got to start taking my words more seriously. So I got to take things one day at a time. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. Telling you, man, nothing's better than a good old deep breath. Man, nothing's better than that. I tell you right now. Nothing's better than a good old deep breath. Oh man. Just like with breathing, I know what to do. I just don't put the steps that are required to do it. But that changes today. That changes today. This is this is the time for me to start taking these things more seriously. things in my life more seriously. Thank you, folks. Thank you very much, folks. I really appreciate your time with me. Thank you.